when you were first coming into this world, right? When you were first birth, as we always say, you were born looking like your parents, but you really are born looking like a system where you're set up, right? You start by understanding a language of the environment that you're on and knowing this basic stuff. And you kind of got to go through the basic where there's really no choice, but there is really no reason for choice as well. Because most of the time, the most accurate environment or the most, comfortable environment to really develop yourself in your early ages are going to be this environment around you with the people that love you and protect you, because they're going to get you no matter what way you go in the beginning. They're going to get you to the basics. They're going to get you to understanding the most normal things about life, developing to a certain level, right? The biggest problem I see is that after that certain level comes, there's people who still feel attached to getting that manipulation. And when I say manipulation, it's almost like an involuntary, right? Because it's like they don't really want to do it, but you're not letting go. And it's almost like, let me explain it like this. You come in since the moment you're born until you finish high school, and there is a quite established system, because there's really nothing else to do but just go through every single grade and understand the material that each of those grades require. You may be with the choice of picking and choose every single class, but they don't really add up any difference for you to go to a certain college for most of the time. What happens is that right after that time, there is what we could say a new rebirth, or there is just following a path, because there is a moment when you first in life, at the very, very, very first moment in life, the system is allowing you to make a true decision. The system is allowing you to really see what direction you want to take your life, because they're allowing you to see what do you want to do for the next 40, 50, 60 years. So unfortunately, the question is that. Fortunately, you have a moment that is preset for you to take a decision. The unfortunate part is that most people are only taught to take a decision based on the options that they're given, right? Based on the options that are given in the certain moment. But you have the choice to take any decision that you want and go in a different path. And that's the things that we were talking about here in Rebirth, because it's the fact that at this very moment, today, you can try to go back to that first day when you had the first decision. You can try to go back to any day. You can go back to today, because at the end of the day, anything that happened from yesterday and before doesn't matter. What matters is that if you would have woken up today, which is the real facts, and you have everything that you have right now in your environment, what are the choices that you have at this very moment? What are the choices that you woke up to this morning? What are the choices that you're going to wake up to tomorrow, right? Because nothing else that has happened matters. The only thing that matters is which direction are you going to go from tomorrow morning. And that's what I really think is powerful, because the truth of the matter is that when you understand that, you think that like nothing that has been wrong or right affects you. It's just a matter of how you want to feel, how you want to present your near future. And it's the things that we're talking about, right? It's like assuming the feeling of the wish already fulfilled here. So when you wake up, you feel like you have no idea what happened the last 30 years, the last 10 years, the last 5 years, the last month. All you know is, oh, I just woke up. I am supposed to be a millionaire. I am supposed to be an entrepreneur. I am supposed to be a businessman. So by default, because you don't remember anything else, but you only remember what you know in this very moment, which is the fact that you are great, then every single action that you take during the day is going to be defined and matching to that action. Your work ethic is going to match to that action, because you're not thinking of what happened. You're only thinking of where you're going. You're only thinking of what is it that you are at this very moment. And that's why the affirmations are powerful. That's why we started the mornings with some type of calls, on mornings with Nano and everything, because it's about understanding where it is that we are right now. So today with this call, the 90 people that were on here, I just wanted to let you know that every single day you can rebirth. Every single day you can think, if this was a video game, right? And this is the way that the character is developed, they obviously made the video game that no matter how hard it is, somehow you can pass it. Somehow you can make it to the end. Somehow you can accomplish it. So it doesn't matter how hard your video game is. It doesn't matter what choices you have. It doesn't matter what your environment is. All it matters is, what are you going to do now with your character? What are you going to do now with your life? What are you going to do now with the world? And that's the most beautiful part about what we do online, is that we have the whole world to be our playground. It's an open world playground, because all we got to do is plug in online. So that's really all I wanted to touch on. I don't really want to take a whole lot of time, because it's a really small call, just kind of introducing some of the thoughts and ideas that we're going to be bringing up for every single body, as my boy Mila comes into the call and other speakers that were going to come in, because we really understand that we had to rebirth ourselves, right? We had to reverse ourselves, and we had to understand that doesn't matter anything that has been going on, doesn't matter anything. We have to take the steps that are going to take us to the next level, because we understand that there is only one way, and it's getting that spiritual side moving forward, right? It's when your thoughts are moving forward and you think it's so hard that now your physical is moving forward with it. But that's only going to happen when you already feel it. And right now we felt it. It's 20 people on the call. That's right. Let's get it. Let's get it. So as we just hit 20 people, I'm going to bring up the guest speaker, who is the co-host of the call, and who is somebody that throughout every single call, I already can see, you guys are going to see the value and development that this individual is going to have, because it's somebody that has extremely big amount of potential, but that might have not been able to unleash at all. Because it's really hard to unleash some of our power sometimes. It is really hard for me. I know it's really hard for a lot of leaders, and I know it's really hard for this man. But the power that is in him, I believe it is extremely high and powerful. And I am excited to co-host this beautiful night where we can have this in space for him to come in and drop every value that he can think of. So please, let's drop some 777s for my boy Camilo Casanova. Take it over, brother. Okay, let's give it 1 second because I don't see Camilo on the line, so I cannot unmute him. Camilo, say something on the chat, brother. Think of other stuff. Yeah, I believe his phone or computer died. So I can talk to you guys about other stuff that I have personally been learning and been talking about, which is for all of us that really want to develop as a leader, right? Really want to develop as an individual who can help other people succeed. Because at the end of the day, that's really what being a leader means. Being a leader just means that you set the environment for other people to win, right? And when you do that, you need to have some type of like, not rules, but like basics that I was reading about. Some of them is what's going to be called handles. What does this mean? And this is basically like you are able to handle deep lots of information. You're able to handle that time consuming information, and then you bring that value and you break it down in the easiest steps for the next individual. And you bring it down just because you want him to understand it so he can come and bring it to the next one. Because if you think about it, a leader is going to develop other leaders. But if a leader means that you are going to put the environment for others to win, and you're developing another people that is going to do the same, then everybody wins. Everybody eats. But that's why the handles are so important, because it's where you cut the massive information, the massive love of information, and you cut it out to the nuggets. You cut it out with the things that you know are really going to intercept the way that this person is thinking, and that can really help them develop to the next level. Because everybody has a different mindset. We can all know it. Every time you talk to somebody, you know exactly what is it that their beliefs are that are positive, and what is it their beliefs are that are negative. And that's automatically you know, and you identify where is it that you can touch on to help them. Because you're not going to help somebody on, like, if somebody plays basketball, you're not going to help them on knowing that they got to exercise every day, because they're already doing that. But you try to find out where is it that they're lacking based on what you know to be true, based on what you believe it's what is needed to go to the next level. But you always got to take that in a super, like, chill way. I personally wouldn't do that before. I'll be like, bro, you don't believe what I'm saying? Like, but then you got to understand that not everybody's going to think the same. And some people got to be just, you got to come in soft to them. So I'm going to name the other ones because I see Camilo on the line, but the other ones were labs, which basically just means you create an environment where they can fail, but still be in a safe zone, right? So it's like a mock situation, kind of like the demo account, right? Then you also create good routes. So you want to explain to everything that is going on and why it's going on, because then they're going to be able to do it with more reason, right? Because, for example, let's say right now I'll tell Anthony, who is super excited on the call, or my boy Scooby, yo, you got to do this call. There is a chance he's going to do it, maybe once, twice. But if I tell him, you got to do it because I believe this call is going to help you elevate yourself. I believe this call is going to let you let out your inner you, so new thoughts can come in and new thoughts can just really dig in. And now you know why. So now every time you're thinking of doing the call, you understand exactly what is it that it can do for you. And it makes you want to do it without me having it to tell you, because now you understand. And that's the best way to duplicating system. That's the best way to duplicating habits and discipline, right? And then the last thing, which is obviously, is that a leader kind of asked to do something that they have not done or doing right now. So that's about it. Once again, let's give it up then 777s for now for my boy Milo, who is ready right now. So brother, now that we've been waiting, take it over.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? Yo, I just left an event at Ed's house. My dog didn't have Wi-Fi, so we tried to hotspot this whole thing. Couldn't even find my car keys. They got stuck in the couch, so I'm just tumbling, trying to find these keys. Finally found them. Now I'm on the call. Yo, but honestly, guys, I'm so super happy and grateful to have each and every single one of you on this call right now. I don't understand why we don't have these lines packed right now. But for those of you who are on this call right now, y'all want that extra fire. Y'all want that extra nugget in your life. Y'all want you guys want to go to the next level. You know what I mean? So there's some people that are gonna be the type of people to show up like Carlos was saying. They'll do one call, maybe two calls, and then they don't get the answer they want right away, or they don't get what they want right away because they want instant gratification. So then they start to fade away after the third call, after the fourth call, after the fifth call. But here, this is all about duplication. This is all about being consistent. You know what I mean? So this is one of the problems I had when I first joined IM, because I would go 100% for 1 week and then the next week not show up 100%. And that is not duplicatable. The only thing that's duplicatable is you giving your 100%, you giving that extra effort has to be 100%. That's the only thing you can really control. You can't control the results right away. You can't control what happens right away. But as you start to being consistent, you can definitely get things into your favor. So you just have to stay consistent with this. This isn't something that, if you guys want, this is $1 million opportunity. If you guys aren't taking this like $1 million opportunity, don't work at this like a millionaire. It's gonna work for you. If you're not doing your homework every single day, if you're not on the charts practicing the vector, practicing your high frequency forex, you're not gonna make the money you want to see. So what I need you guys to do is literally change the habits that you have right now. Everything that you think you're doing right now, think about it at 100 times greater, because that's how you keep going. That's how you level up. You know what I mean? So this was going on with me, right? I had this problem of like not leveling up, and I was tired. I got sick and tired. I heard about this one interview with Michael Jordan's coach of 15 years, and he just talks about what the greatest of all time do. And I realized that if I don't act like the greatest of all time, then I'm not going to get to where I want to get. I'm not even going to be anywhere near my fullest potential. I'm not going to be the best, right? So I just decided, you know what? I need to level this up. I need to level up. I need to level up and stay consistent and go 100%. Because if I want to be the best, I got to outwork every single one of you on this call, every single person that's in IM. I got to outwork them. I got to keep going, right? But the good thing about all this, guys, is this is all with mindset. Like Scooby said, upgrade your mindset. That's what you have to do. You have to think bigger, faster, much sooner. You have to think about what's possible instead of what's against you. Because the fact is, the odds are against us. My dad to this day, he's still against me somewhat. He doesn't still let me host the trainings, but that's okay, because this is my dream. This is for me. This is for my future family. This is actually for my father himself, right? You guys got to think about this long term, because if you don't think long term, if you don't think about something bigger than yourself, you will not give your 100%, because we are so programmed to be comfortable. So when somebody says no to us in an opportunity call, or if they hop off the call, or if we lose a trade, what do? We get scared. We get fear, right? So we go back to our comfort zone again. So, right, like that's what we have to change right now. Like I want each and every single one of you to just change that mentality of I need it right away, or somebody says no, I go hide, or I'm scared, or I don't want to do another call now. I don't want to do another presentation, or man, I don't want to blow another trading account, so let me just not focus on trading right now. That's the complete wrong mindset to have when you're doing this, bro. Because I'm telling you, it's not easy. This skill set to learn and to master is not easy. It's not, right? But you know what's even harder is staying broke. Is going to a job and clocking in. That's harder. That's honestly easy, but it's so much harder in the long term. Like in 40 years, when your family's struggling, when you don't have anything to give your kids, when you're 60 years old and you still have to be working, and you can't even see your grandkids or your kids, that's going to be tougher. And that's what people don't see, because they want instant gratification. Like I said, guys, like really think about yourself and stop giving yourself so much pressure. Take the pressure off. You should be able, diamonds are created through pressure. You have to like literally build yourself up so big and think you're so great that you can take the pressure off everyone's back on your team and put it on yours, and you're still executing at a high level, because that's what the greatest of all time do. You know what I mean? So like there's one example I have when Michael Jordan, he had to take the game winning shot, or there was a timeout called for the Chicago Bulls in one of the finals, and coach lined up a play, told everyone what to do. But what did he do? Michael Jordan said, "Nah, coach, don't listen to any of the things he just said. I got this." He didn't think. He didn't think about what he had to do. He knew already what was already done. He already had the shot done in his mind. 10,000 hours he already put in. It was already executed. That's what you guys got to think about when you're trading. All right, you know what? I got to practice so much. I got to do so much charts that when I see this trade, I'm going in. I see it. I've already done this 10,000 times. I've already charted this thing up 50 times back to back every day. You know what I mean? So that's what you have to do when it comes to all of this, because that's how you're going to get to the next side of what you want to go to, right? So basically, guys, like I'm going to keep real with you guys. I did not study for this call. I had work all day today. I did have the game plan, but I'm not going to lie. I did not study. I didn't prepare, because then right after work, I had to go do an opportunity event. And then a prospect came over my house right before that. I was running a training for him. So guys, like honestly, it's just about no excuses, because we're here to be the best of all time now. I don't know about you guys, but I'm not okay with just hype now. I'm not okay with people celebrating what I already have to be doing. I'm already a chairman. I want people to celebrate me when I'm chairman, right? I want people to celebrate me. I take P600 and I'm not satisfied. I'm not satisfied, because we have to be the best. There's kids out there that are 19 that are P600. There's kids on our team that hit P600, 17 years old. Like, guys, it's all about just taking this pressure and making it your bitch. Make this pressure your thing, bro. You know what I mean? Just stop trying to go back to that comfort zone because things are getting harder, because things are not working out a little bit. Push through that, because you're the greatest. It all starts with yourself. It all starts with your mind, right? Yo, I'm gonna just give it back to Carlos for a little, because I know he was really killing it. And honestly, guys, I'm so super happy and grateful to have each and every single one of you on this team. Honestly, like this is a blessing from the up above. The universe blessed me for not. And there's many times where I would get out of the situation I was in, and then fall right doing what I was supposed to do. Now when there's a what is that called? Oh man, when there's a pullback in my life, I know it's just a pullback. So guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna bounce back even harder. I'm gonna go even harder, guys. So that's just what I have to say right now for tonight. Honestly, Carlos, yo, you've been one of the biggest mentors for me. Through this whole thing, just seeing your drive, seeing your passion, seeing you have your own businesses and still go up and above for each and every single one of us on this team, bro. Honestly, I'm blessed to have you as a mentor and as a leader, bro. So take it away, brother.
Appreciate that, bro. Appreciate that. And honestly, I just appreciate every single one of you guys really for just coming in with the commitment, with the seriousness, to really showing respect. Always, not only to myself, but really to Milo too, because we both understood that we really wanted to do it, and he jumped on right away when we proposed it, because we know that we want to give that value, because we know we've been through those moments, and we know that our words can really help others. Because at the end of the day, it's not about like any ego or the people on the call. It's about really, bro, just getting that one thing that you know is going to save somebody $200. It's going to save somebody that week. It's going to save somebody disappointment in their head, because the biggest fight, personally, for me, sometimes it's a fight between me and my own self, right? It's a fight between my mistakes and my awareness. And that's what I really want to cut out for the other people. I just want to cut out those mistakes so you don't go through them again. I just want you to identify them, then just get them out, get rid of them. Just knowing that you got to really control them, because I believe that's the biggest key to really succeed. And there's only 3 ways that really life works, guys. It's quite simple, honestly. Me and Mike talk about it one time, and it's like, you're always going to have to work. Literally, you're always going to have to work. But it's just a matter of like, are you going to work just for your boss, for somebody, just to kind of stay at the lowest level, which is unfortunately where we are right now? Or are you going to work enough for be comfortable feeling like you're doing extra, but at the same time feeling completely in misery because you are doing extra, but you're not getting extra? Why? Because you're half-assing the extra. Or the third option, are you going to go 100,000% in hard on the extra plus the normal. So that way you can actually live by design. So that way you can actually get to a higher level. So that way you can cut out that first moment and get there. I'll put it like this, and I'll take it away like this. I was always telling, like, for example, like myself, right? In a moment of my life, I was getting a little weight on. I was getting a little weight. And I never was somebody of doing diet, but I was just getting a little weight, and all of a sudden I saw myself a little bit over or pound. So it was a matter of like, okay, I started eating better and I didn't see no change. I didn't get more fat, but I didn't get more skinny. I started no care, and it was kind of like no real difference, not getting fat, nothing. But I started working out, and I saw that I was getting a little bit skinnier, but then I would come in and not work out again, and I will come back to fat. And it was like that fight, right, where I had to work out in order to stay at a certain level, because otherwise I was getting like past the line. So what I did is I understood, all right, I'm going to work out really, really, really hard for 2-3 months. I'm going to get to that environment where I feel good, the minimum. And if I just eat normal, I'm going to be forever healthy and forever feeling in the way that I want to feel, just because I took the time, one time, to go in 3 months deep. Just zone in for 3 months to get to the level where I want to be, and then maintain it. And that's not really the mindset that you want to have for everything in life, because you don't want to just get comfortable in business or in life. But we all always, obviously, I mean, everybody understands how health works, how physical development works. That's literally a whole mindset thing where you fight yourself versus your wants, versus your body, versus the time that you have, versus the importance that you want to give it. And it's all a whole complicated thing that comes in how you feel about you should be. So we're not going to get into that. But what I'm saying is, for that example, it's just a great example of showing how, like, if you put in the work 3-5 months, then the work is just going to get easier, because you're going to be past that difficult area, right? Just think about it. When you're in quicksand, you will never get out. No matter how hard you fight a little hard, then you fight low, you're always going to stay. But if you just get to the safe zone, doesn't matter what you do, you can jump every single day, you're still going to be not as tired. So I hope those things made really, really sense, because I know it was kind of like all over the place, but the whole point is get the work done now. Don't wait, because you're going to be able to enjoy the results quicker. So I appreciate every single one, guys. You getting on the call, of the people that came in late. And Milo, brother, you completely snapped on the call. Extremely beyond grateful and proud to work with you, bro. It's an honor to be on this call in this space with you, brother. Thank you so much. And we hit 24. Appreciate everyone.